Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Nittani Draws. I'm Nittani, and today I'm coming at you with a really cool new thing that I'm going to try to do more often, and this is a collaboration video. One of the very first people who ever decided to follow what I do here on YouTube was the channel PetMonster, who has been really kind throughout this entire little endeavor so far, who has basically commented on all of my videos, who has been constantly just very positive and loving and encouraging, and I have really appreciated that. And PetMonster reached out to me and asked if I would do a collaboration with them. It's PetMonster and Monster Chick, and they're the ones who run that channel over there. And so they started this, I don't know what to call it, like a mantra, I guess, maybe, online, which is create, not hate. And it's all about, like, you know, creating artwork and creating things and creating YouTube videos and creating something instead of hating on people. And so I really wanted to harness that feeling for this piece, and what I decided to go ahead and do was I decided to do a piece about a monster person who is captured by a circus and is being made fun of and being mistreated, and how sad that would be, because I just felt like create, not hate made sense with that sort of visual. And like I have been saying before, I've been really trying to get back into having a more illustrative style, and I think that this piece does a good job of it, of telling a story, even if there's not as much detail as there usually would be in a sort of like blank doe-eyed girl staring at the screen. I think that the emotion itself tells more of a story than what I was before. So I'm really happy with the way that this piece turned out. The little guys in the background laughing at the girl, I didn't give them tons of detail because I wanted them to fade into the back. So their anatomy is not perfect. They're sort of a chibi-esque, sort of manga-y kind of style, because I wanted them to fade into the background. I didn't want them to be the main person in the drawing. I wanted the subject to be the monster who has been captured by the circus, instead of the people who normally would get the attention, who are the jeerers, and we don't like them very much. So I'm really thrilled with how this line art turned out. It's a little bit matte over what I normally would do, I think, but I added quite a bit of detail into it that I also wouldn't normally do. There's a full background on this. There's colors, all sorts of cool stuff. I will mention that since I've been using the Studio Series markers in with my Copic markers, I have recently been having trouble with some of my markers. The nibs are starting to become really mushy, which is making it extremely difficult to get an even layer of color, and it's also making it really frustrating to try to color inside the lines, because having a not very precise tip means that there's little hairs that wander off, and when you're working on something that you've spent a few hours on, you don't really want that to happen. So the red one, I've noticed it especially bad, but I have a couple of other ones too. Cool Shadow and White Pearl for sure. I'm not sure if there are any others or not, looking at the markers right now, trying to think of any that are being a pain in the butt. But I think those are really the worst offenders. And they're not even my most used markers, which is what's extra weird about it, because my most used of all of them is probably sky blue and maybe the purple shadow one, or violet shadow, I'm sorry. So those two are probably my most used pens, but they are holding up better with the nib than some of my less used pens, which is the deep red, the cadmium yellow, and I think it's sand, but it might be pearl white. It's one of the skin tone colors. So yeah, that's kind of super duper annoying. The colors with this were really, really fun to lay down, because instead of using multiple colors of red, multiple colors of gray, to get the shadowing, I decided to just layer the shadows in with a gray pen and then feather those shadows out with a lighter gray pen. And I think it worked out really, really well. This is also the first time that I have drawn emaciated cheekbones, so I'm not sure if I'm happy with how that worked out or not. Here I am just filling up my marker real quick and then going back at it, because this marker in particular, it tends to go dry on me very quickly. It's one of my favorite markers, and because of that, it makes it a little bit easier to run out of. So you're gonna see me lay down some cool effects here for creating layers of light color for the water tank that she's being held in. And what I did is I layered really, really light greens over the top and then faded it all out with a very, very light blue, which is the Cool Shadow Studio Series pen, not the Cool Shadow Copic marker pen. Then I go in and I add my details with the white pen, and then I end it all for you to see. So the white pen is the Signa gel pen I've been using for a while now, and I still really like it. I'm really happy with it. But yeah, here's the end all of the piece. I'm really, really happy with it. I'm so glad to be able to do this little collaboration with PetMonster. Anyway, guys, make sure to like and subscribe and head over to PetMonster's channel. The link will be in the box there instead of a link to one of my previous videos. Check out what they do over there. They've got some pretty crazy stuff. Some of it is 18 and over, so be careful with that. But otherwise, guys, y'all have a really, really great night. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.